There's absolutely no wind draft today almost in Sweden. Looking at it and projecting with my mind, you know. Feel dizzy. You saw what I was doing earlier with just looking at the water, you know, with hydrokinesis. Just projecting my thoughts, and I started vibrating the water, you know. It's kind of scary when you think about it. What you can do with just your mind, and how often people do this without even knowing it. Like send out bad vibes to people, like always in a negative state of mind, you know, sending out hate. You're actually doing that to the water of the person without you even knowing it. That's why you should always try to not send out negativity, hate, because you're actually doing that to the water inside of another person. So you can actually make people sick with your hate. You can do horrible things with your mind. You can do beautiful things too, you know. You can heal people, you can inspire, you can lift people up, you can be supportive. But most people, they choose to do harm with their mind. Either consciously or unconsciously, they do harm. That's why we should strive to be better people. To try to improve our negative worldviews, our fear mindsets, hatred for others. Try to not send out negative thoughts as little as possible. Of course, it's not possible to always be positive. Who is always positive? Like, you know, I'm certainly not positive all the time. But if you can at least work on not sending out hate, if you're unable to feel, you know, positive emotions and joy and love and all of that, you at least try not to send out hate, because it affects everything around you. It shapes the world. It shapes everything around you. Your thoughts can affect reality so much more than you ever thought were possible. So much more. So we need to not just take responsibility for our actions, but also our thoughts. That is very important. You can do so much harm without even realizing it, you know. Everything you say, everything you do, everything you write has energy, and it affects the person that receives it. So that's why the world is such a mess today, you know, because all the hate, division, all these negative projecting thoughts everywhere. Just wanted to add this to the hydrokinesis session. Most people are actually casting spells without even knowing it. You know, 24/7, you know, sending out their negative thoughts. It's basically the principle in spells and hexes, you know. It's a very negative thought that manifests as events, or, you know, affect the person and makes their life difficult. So yeah, you're literally hexing people without even knowing it, with your negative intent 24/7, making them sick, you know, from your hate. So yeah, think about that, you know. Just some advice. I was, you know, having a bad day once, really stressed and having a shitty day, you know, felt really angry. I was suppressing my anger, and I just accidentally stared at a person once. Fortunately, my vision was, you know, emitting this negative, dark energy that day. So that person started like shaking, like they got some kind of tics or spasms just from my eyes, you know. Felt so bad and horrible that time, you know, like, oh my God, what did I do, you know? And it's happened to me too, you know. Days when I've seen people with bad vibes, and accidentally they stare at me for some reason, and they send out that hate, and I feel instantly like a pain in my chest, and, you know, I feel like agitated, and my blood pressure starts rising, you know, like I feel everything that person is projecting towards me. And it's just their mind, but people don't even know it, you know, how powerful their thoughts are. That's why water reacts that way when you just use your mind to make it bubble and splash and vibrate, you know, with hydrokinesis. Because everything in your body is almost water.